However, here in the Detroit metro area, there's just one thing has been recently discovered. Even Florida made its own type of unique place in the area, in Metro Detroit area. Let me introduce you to this, everybody. In this following a parody version of National Geographic episode, we're going to discuss about something. Well, here it is, everybody. Introducing Republic of Paceia. This micronation started out as a simple household, but then extended its own presence in the area to keep others safe by its own military force and guidelines. In this following here, everybody, this micronation has been through multiple wars, but remains at peace with itself, but also protecting the peace of all people around the area, providing support and supplies and help others in need for any type of danger. And now, everyone, is we're going to discuss with its advisors or people who spoke up about Paceia and about to explain this. As we say here, everybody, how much, according to the idea of this micronation from our president and host, the thing is how he originally planned this as a satire to other countries, but most notably towards America to begin with. And the thing is about the name, how our president got it from, is the Romanian word for peace, as in pace, and they choose that name and make it up. They call it Paceia. And we admit we describe ourselves as a parody nation or something like that, and how people they come up with their own micronation and stuff like that. They had their silly ways and stuff, but it's all hobbies and stuff people like to do, like practicing politics in their own household just for as a satire purpose. And that's what our president said in his own words. Paceia has been at peace with everybody. And other things, there were a few microstates that attacked Paceia, as many have failed, and Paceia was able to remain as a victor to those conflicts with other nations. And that's mostly about that. And I also think, everyone, like how there's a thing about its own square, like how there's a red square in Russia. Well, here in Paceia, it's a blue square. Let's just see this outside. Plus, our president has given us the idea we could use our own currency. We call the Pacean Schwartz. How much he despised money in real life. How much it's messed up everybody. So we pretty much go through, as he says to us, we're using our own kind of universal basic income to benefit all of us and ourselves as we advance into prosperity. Here in Paceia, we have everything run by clones that serve many things like service duty and military duty. Yeah, and so how our president has been for this major war with Romania, headed by their leader of the dictator. But first of all, our president just likes to help others, especially with the cloning process of technology he has to make clones like all of us. But on that day, how much things escalate into complete madness. As for Romania, they use the clone machine to build up a mass army of soldiers, mostly of dim-witted morons. And plus, it was so devastating how much we was almost gonna run out of things to support the batteries, the turrets we used them against them. But eventually, as our president has lead the charge and defeat the Romanian forces here in the home front, where Paceia is. And later, our president just launched a warhead made of complete of diarrhea radioactive material inside and destroys Romania and vanquishing the dictator and all that. As Paceia has the strongest daring trained soldiers called the Night Troopers of the modern knighthood. We lost some members during the wars we've been through, but we've been through many and we're still the mightiest to this day, everybody. All that. But not just boots on the ground army, but also we have airship fleet altogether. They serve as bombers and paratrooper carriers. And another thing, we have about estimated of 350 well-trained soldiers in the Pacean armed forces. As I've been told by the president, we had to keep things classified, certain things about our armed forces, anything thereof, and all that matter. We might do a little bit of declassification of our secrets, mentioning to everyone in the world what kind of micronation we are, and other things, anything thereof. But the thing is, what we try to do is remain peace in the neighborhood, or so I say the entire region. It could be nearby altogether, that have allies to coordinate strategies and tactics against other forces that live around the area who could be a threat to our peace. As the president mentioned us, we're supposed to be the warriors of peace around the area, and that's all about something like that. Sometimes, or very few times, especially the time when our president give the cloning technology towards Romania, and how much that escalated because the idea with the cloning technology, what our president tries to do is to use it to help people how to build their micronations from the ground up by using construction clones. But what Romania does, they escalated with the full-on war. Yeah, we did defeat them and all that stuff, as we do to some others. What we could describe about where Romania, here's the things we mentioned about towards everyone, what type of system micronation runs on, in a system like it, where we have the president and the type of government we use for that, where according to his choice, he chose it to be parliamentary, non-partisan, representative constitutional republic, an economic system. As he chose corporatism, it functions all classes worked as one force. How much he adopted the idea as we been instructed from the history lessons from YouTube, anything thereof. Plus we have an agency of our own called the Super Secret Force Agency. That's what we call it. But the thing is, as we make sure that no one else ever tries to make wars on us, or else we're gonna do some intense shit to them. One president who's the host himself, besides the other clones he produced us, and pretty much we have a prime minister who is clone 1. According to the other clones, the first 10 or 20 main is the Senate and advisors, like me and the others. We speak of for Paceia and all that matter. Plus, it is home to one movie studio called Random Seed Productions, a company that make a bunch of home movies or any miniseries based on zero budget. You heard that me? Zero budget. Pretty much we just do everything for free. All that matter. Plus the other thing, how much there was a time there was an assassin trying to kill the Pacean president, but he was discovered and he's been eliminated. This clone 666 on that day, how much it was devastating to see whatever happened to our host president. The traitor was within the system named Clone 149. Plus our top agent was able to track down Clone 149 as he was served as the traitor to the system of keeping the secret away from mentioning towards President Mike being thereof. And how much Clone 149 was, he was taken to custody and then he's been taken to trial to be publicly executed by firing squad. So yeah, in Project we use firing squads for capital punishment and anything thereof. If ever clones any of us could be a traitor, they must be reported to be executed at once. Then some months later, how much the president tries to make a viral video of Ugandan Knuckles, and how much ends up causing real life Ugandan Knuckles to be pissed off and almost declare a total war against us with invading Ugandan Knuckles' army. And the war was so bloodied, as those things they explode like red water balloons. But we did some humanitarian act, clean up all the blood stains around the area. And you know how those bastards, they're so filled with blood, and how they explode as the Pacean armed forces shot them many times. But there's only a couple of the clones that have been suffering Ebola, and some others we were able to recover most of them. It was a second mistake here, where our Project President has done. We still able to win the war. We also happen to have our own space program for Paceia, and we're about to have our own clone astronauts. Well, we're not sure what the name we can give it to our astronauts. I mean, we're just maybe call them astronauts because we're mostly American that way. Making progress. A manned mission to visit Pluto sooner or later. All preparation has to be set up and be prepared for it and all that matter. Our president makes a traditional speech over us in Paceia as he makes a new campaign been declassified. We are at war with war itself, he say. To eliminate other wars going on in the region to make everything peaceful and safe again. Well, sometimes it gives headaches towards our president, anything thereof, and all that matter. But he still will make it through, as he says in all words, as a loyal advisor, as we're saying to all you people on YouTube, as pretty much we'll win this fight. We gotta end it with peace. Other thing is, everybody. And that's about it, everyone. How much in this fascinating tale and story of this great micronation. Hopefully it can long live and prosper. To whatever happens to him remains a complete mystery.